If you're shopping for the Autel Scanner MaxiCOM MK808S, thinking it's the ultimate all-in-one car diagnostic tool, you're in the right place. But here's what surprised me about this pricey $449 device. Everyone raves about its 3,000 plus active tests and 28 plus reset services promising to save time and prevent unnecessary parts replacement. Sounds perfect, right? However, after diving deep into its real-world performance, compatibility quirks, and software headaches, I'm here to give you the honest truth you don't want to miss before you buy. Stick around because you might think twice about dropping that cash without knowing these secrets. Let's break down who the MaxiCOM MK808S is really for. Professional mechanics, busy repair shops, and serious DIY enthusiasts who need an advanced, comprehensive scanner. If you just want a simple code reader or basic OBD2 tool, this might be overkill, and frankly, you could be paying for features you never use. But if you want professional-level diagnostics covering 10,000 plus car models and 200 plus brands from gas cars to hybrids, this tablet claims to deliver. That's a bold promise, and it comes with a hefty price tag. So the question is, does it live up to the hype or is it just a shiny brick? Now, a funny thing about advanced car scanners, isn't it ironic how a device designed to save you money often costs almost as much as a car repair bill? So if your mechanic's charging you $400 to fix the ABS system, remember, you could have bought this scanner for almost the same price. And maybe fix the system yourself, or maybe not. So stay tuned, because I'm revealing the pros, the cons, and everything in between, including whether it truly cuts diagnostic time or just adds more guesswork. First off, the MK808S boasts a powerful Rockchip RK3566 quad-core CPU, 4 GB RAM, and 64 GB storage running on Android 11, making it 10 times faster than previous Autel models running dusty old versions of Android. That's a solid hardware upgrade that promises smooth navigation and fast data streaming. But does speed alone translate to value? Spoiler, not always. Yes, the tablet scans full vehicle systems, including engine, transmission, ABS, TPMS, BCM, and more, offering what Autel calls O-level diagnostics, which is factory-grade functionality most pros dream of outside official dealer tools. So on paper, you get more than 3,000 active tests, up from about 50 on basic readers, covering everything from window operations and wiper systems to AC clutches and cooling fans. You can even perform 28 plus maintenance reset services like oil reset, ABS bleeding, steering angle sensor calibration, and battery management system registration. These features sound amazing for a workshop looking to boost billable jobs without outsourcing. But here comes the twist. While the device has incredible scope, not every function works perfectly on every vehicle. Compatibility varies, and some users report frustrating glitches with certain brands or models, requiring frequent software updates or customer support calls. To make matters trickier, the MK808S is a global device intended to work with over 200 brands ranging from Ford to BMW, Toyota to Tesla. But the catch is that full system coverage and advanced functions can still be hit or miss depending on year, region, or specific vehicle electronics. One customer joked this scanner felt like dating, great on paper, but sometimes complicated in practice. So patience with updates and some tech savviness is essential. Another notable feature, 5-in-1 live data stream, allows viewing engine parameters in multiple formats, and it supports endoscope connectivity to inspect hard-to-see engine or brake parts. This definitely boosts diagnostic power beyond what cheap code readers offer. However, integrating add-on tools like the MV105S and MV108S endoscopes adds extra cost, and setup isn't always plug-and-play for novices. So if you're expecting a flawless out-of-the-box experience, think twice. Let's talk user experience. The tablet's Android 11 interface feels modern and responsive, but the proprietary Autel software can feel clunky at times with steep menu hierarchies. Reports from buyers mention slow boot times despite the upgraded CPU, occasional freezes, and confusing error messages that don't always make sense unless you're already a seasoned car tech. Think of it like buying a Ferrari but getting a manual with half the pages missing. You get power, but operating it can require some trial and error. A fun fact: one user compared running this scanner to trying to run an IT conference on dial-up internet. Lots of potential, but sometimes painfully slow or unreliable. But despite these hiccups, the device does save money long-term by avoiding unnecessary part swaps and providing accurate fault codes. If you're the kind of person who loves poking around cars and troubleshooting yourself, the MK808S can be a worthwhile investment. Here's the thing: diagnostic accuracy and coverage depend heavily on keeping the software updated. Autel provides regular updates, supposedly expanding brands and vehicle compatibility, but some users complain about complex update processes or needing subscriptions for full functionality. That's a common theme with high-end tools, not usually a problem for pros but a headache for casual mechanics. Now for a quick joke break before we continue. Why don't mechanics ever get lost? Because they always take the right turn signal. Alright, back to business. Performance-wise, the scanner lives up to the promise of speed over previous models. Menu responses are quick, data streaming is solid, and test execution time is markedly reduced. You can literally perform an ABS bleed or an oil reset in minutes rather than hours hunting down the correct procedure. This saves time. This is critical in busy workshops. However, some car owners warn that the tool sometimes misreads data, requiring cross-check with other devices or dealer tools for confirmation. So the MK808S is best used as part of a diagnostic toolkit, not necessarily a standalone fix-all. A surprising find is the power balance test feature that lets you check engine cylinder performance, something usually reserved for high-end garage equipment. This can save tons on labor costs diagnosing complex engine problems. But again, you need some advanced knowledge to interpret results correctly. No magic mechanic wand here, just powerful tech for informed users. Another bonus is the cloud diagnostic report generation. After running tests, you can create comprehensive reports downloadable or printable for customer records. This is a nice touch for professional workshops aiming for transparency and detail in service work, but it may not interest home users as much. Rehook. So if you're wondering whether this pricey Autel scanner can replace your dealer visits altogether or save you tons on repairs, stick with me because I'm about to reveal what the competitors do better, and when you should skip it altogether. Let me drop some real talk. The MK808S, while advanced, faces fierce competition from brands like Launch and Foxwell that sometimes offer more user-friendly interfaces or better customer support at similar or lower price points. Some budget models also pull off specialized tasks surprisingly well, with less hassle. Therefore, if your car is a mainstream brand and you rarely dig deeper than engine codes, a simpler scanner might serve you just as well without the steep learning curve. Another funny note: why did the diagnostic tool break up with the car? Because the connection was faulty. If you get frequent connection losses or software crashes on the MK808S, you'll feel the frustration of this relationship. Make sure your vehicle's OBD2 port and software versions are compatible before committing. One downside rarely highlighted is the tablet's bulk and durability. For hardworking mechanics who toss gear in their toolbox or backpack, the MK808S feels a bit heavy and not ruggedized enough for rough environments. Plus, battery life under heavy data streaming may only last several hours, requiring frequent recharging on long jobs. Customer service experiences seem mixed. Some buyers praise Autel's support teams for quick resolution, while others report delays or unhelpful responses. So do your due diligence connecting with sellers or Amazon directly in case you need updates or fixes. This isn't a plug-and-play device. It demands some tech patience. On the positive side, the community of auto users online is growing, with plenty of forums, YouTube tutorials, and Facebook groups sharing tips, tricks, and firmware hacks, helpful if you get stuck. Again, not beginner-proof, but definitely welcoming for DIY pros who enjoy learning. Time for one more laugh. What's a car's favorite type of music? Car roll. If you're stuck waiting for a diagnostic scan, blast some tunes and make the best of it. All right, we're wrapping up. So, what's the final verdict on the Autel Scanner MaxiCOM MK808S? It's a powerful, feature-packed tool that truly steps up from basic scanners and handles a vast fleet of vehicles with professional-grade diagnostics and dozens of reset functions. The 10x faster hardware boost and Android 11 interface make it smoother than older models, and features like cloud reports and endoscope integration expand its usability. However, it's not perfect. Compatibility issues, occasional software bugs, a learning curve for operation, and a relatively high price point mean it's best suited to advanced users and professional shops rather than casual DIYers. If you want a reliable, multi-brand, full-system diagnostic tablet and are ready to invest time learning your way around it, this tool can be a game changer for your car maintenance workflow. If you're still on the fence, consider this. The MK808S offers incredible diagnostic depth, saving money on unnecessary repairs and improving service efficiency, something every mechanic values. But if simple error codes and occasional resets are your main needs, look elsewhere for simpler tools at a lower cost. For those ready to step up their automotive game with the MK808S, I recommend grabbing it from Amazon, where you get full warranty coverage, easy returns, and the best price current on the market. Check the link in the description below to get yours today and start diagnosing like a pro. And remember, whether it's this scanner or another brand, having the right tool can turn car troubles from headache to handled. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, hit like, subscribe for more honest product breakdowns, and comment with any questions about car diagnostics. Until next time, keep your engines running smooth and your diagnostics sharper.